Last week, we reported on Romero Games losing funding from their publisher for their in-development, unannounced first-person shooter. Their publisher, Microsoft Xbox, who has gone on a layoff tear as of last week, axing nearly 9,000 employees spread across Microsoft and the Xbox division. But wait, Romero Games has disputed these reports. We recently have an official statement from Romero Games, and they are actually not dead. All news articles, source for this video will be linked down in the description below. Like, sub, do all the YouTube stuff. It's greatly appreciated. Let's get into it. So Romero Games put out a post July 7th over on X, and it shares some interesting insights that help clarify some of the reporting that came out last week around this whole story. To quote, "We want to address recent reports regarding the status of Romero Games. These reports have contained inaccuracies, and we feel it's important to set the record straight. The funding for our project was pulled, and our game was canceled. Due to confidentiality agreements, we cannot disclose the publisher's identity, though some may infer it from public information. As a result, we now have to reassess the entire staffing of our studio. Romero Games is not closed, and we are doing everything in our power to ensure that it does not come to that. Any suggestion otherwise is factually incorrect. Indeed, we were in the studio today to discuss next steps with the team. We've been contacted by several publishers interested in helping us bring the game across the finish line, and we're currently evaluating those opportunities. We appreciate the outpouring of support and will share further updates as we are able. Signed, Romero Games." The source of the original story came from The Journal, where they claim multiple sources, including staff, have said the original publisher in question is Microsoft. That said, Romero Games as a company cannot say it themselves due to this confidentiality agreement that they have. And while Romero Games has claimed in this recent statement that they are not closed and are reassessing their entire staffing situation at the studio, that doesn't necessarily mean that the current staff are still employed. The Journal's original reporting claimed an anonymous staff member shared, quote, "Everyone is out of a job." Here's my 2 cents. Unfortunately, this is the volatile nature of working in game development. This is especially the case for new studios, even if it is headed by industry veterans. If funding is cut, then you no longer have money to continue paying your employees, let alone the assorted aspects of running a studio. Legally, you can't have employees work and not pay for them either. And of course, nobody is expected to stick around to wait and see how things sort of pan out. I guarantee that some of the affected employees are already looking for their next line of work to ensure that they can take care of all of their financial responsibilities that they have. On the bright side, hearing they've been contacted by several publishers interested in helping them finish their game is great news. This will obviously take some time to find the right partner and to come up with a proper contractual agreement to see their game through to the end. I've never been involved on the business side of game development specifically, but I have seen it from the sidelines, and it can sometimes take quite a while to line up a deal with a publisher or private funders. I hope that the process doesn't take long, and maybe Romero Games can at least rehire most of the staff that they had to let go because of this whole ordeal with Microsoft. This is all just so mind-boggling. I can't believe that Xbox would cut their funding from a project for a brand new first-person shooter being led by one of the creators of Wolfenstein, Doom, Quake. these are all monumental shooters that have laid the foundation for pretty much every shooter we play today. I thought it was important to release this video just to clarify and straighten things out. Like I said, I reported on this last week in my Xbox layoffs video, and we didn't quite have the full picture. And some of the other news outlets were sort of taking this limited story at that moment and running with it, and making statements that the studio was closing down. And based on this statement, they're not. Maybe they're just knee deep in the dead right now. So, oh man, John Romero, I feel like he needs a win. It's been so long since he's been able to make a brand new first-person shooter, and this is the moment we're all waiting for. Do you think we'll get to see John Romero's next big shooter come to life? Or maybe you've got some other thoughts you'd like to share around this story. Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, share it with friends, and subscribe for more Grit Gaming. And if you're looking for more, check out this recommended video right here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.